Minnesota's 3rd congressional district was for decades solidly Republican. But that has changed in presidential races and for Congress. CD3 in recent years has gone blue. Congressman Dean Phillips is the Democrat who represents CD3, and he joins us now. Thanks so much for coming in.
Great to be back in studio.
All right. I know, isn't it? It's very good. Want to ask you about the New York Times citing you as one of the members of Congress who had traded in stocks that could present a potential conflict of interest.
And I'm glad they did that because I think it's important transparency. People who know me know that my mission in Congress is to expose corruption. I serve on the Ethics Committee, in fact, and that's why I put all my money in a blind trust, one of only 10 members of Congress to do so. And before that, my investment advisors have a letter, actually, that you may have seen that indicates and is true that I never, ever have traded a stock, certainly since I've been a member of Congress, even before. I take that really seriously.
The investment advisors
they do, of
it.
course,
Yes.
as most Americans and their families do. Of course, I do not know what I own. I don't know what I bought, what I sold. And now I'm one of 10 out of 535 that have my money in a blind trust. In fact, Business Insider, the magazine, did an investigation into a number of members of Congress, including me, and gave me a solid grade because I have done it right. And I'm supporting the Trust in Congress Act. I'm a co-sponsor so that all members of Congress will stop trading stocks or have to put their money in a blind trust. So I'm walking the talk. You
have been very, very vocal about your support for abortion rights. This past week, you introduced something called the Pro-Life Act in Congress. How does that fit with your support for abortion rights?
I think we're trying to change the definition. To me, pro-life means investing in families, investing in children, and those who are actually trying to take away women's right to make that terribly difficult choice are doing so under the banner of pro-life. So I'm saying, hey, join me. Join those of us who are trying to invest in children, the child tax credit, child care, paid family leave, pre-K education. Let's invest in life. That's what this is all about. That's why it's the Pro-Life Act. I've got a number of wonderful co-sponsors, and I think that's the direction the country should be heading in. If we really support life, let's support kids.
One of the interesting things about that latest governor's poll is that Governor Tim Walz has a 20-point lead amongst women. I know you've done some internal polling. Do you sense that women are going to your side because of the abortion rights position?
Let's forget polling. I'm a father of 2 daughters. I do not want my daughters growing up in a country that has withdrawn a freedom from American women. It's nauseating to me. This is the United States of America. I believe in freedom. I believe in liberty. And I believe that women should make that choice with their healthcare providers. Why should men be making that choice for women? That's how I feel. And what the polling says, but that is my conviction.
Okay, you also have introduced the Pathways to Policing bill, which is along with a number of other bipartisan representatives, and that is an effort to recruit new police officers, which obviously we're not the only people who are having trouble recruiting police officers here in Minnesota.
Right, crime's a problem. It's a problem here. It's a problem in Democratic states, Republican states. And I'm not a professional in crime prevention. My opponent's not a professional in crime prevention. Police chiefs are, and that's why I convene them every quarter. We're working on a comprehensive plan right now. I do ride-alongs all the time when I'm back in the district, sitting in police officers' cars throughout the 3rd District, and I listen. It's really clear what we have to do. Repopulate police departments. Raise the esteem of policing and law enforcement. That's what my bill does. Repopulates, raises the esteem. We also have to start investing in the communities in which young people, juveniles, are going on the wrong track. And if we really want to solve the problem, not just throw stones and criticize, we have to do so appropriately, expeditiously, and together. And I'm really tired of the vitriol relative to crime. Let's solve the problem. Pathways to Policing, I hope we are going to bring to the floor in the House this week. I spent the better part of the last 2 weeks with the Speaker's office and my colleagues trying to get these bills on the floor so that we can raise the esteem of policing, start recruiting new law enforcement members. The city of Minneapolis is deficient 300 police officers, and we need prosecutors who do their jobs. Keep criminals off the street, allow police to do their jobs, and respect them, appreciate them. That's what this is all about.
I want to ask you about the Inflation Reduction Act. It does a lot of things, but one thing it hasn't done is reduce inflation, and that's something that's hitting every single person in Minnesota in the pocketbook when they go to the grocery store, when they get gas. Although gas prices are down, but it's hard. It's been hard for people.
Sure it is. It's burdensome. It's terrible for so many American families. It's a lot worse than most of the world, but it's going to work. This is not going to happen overnight. It's going to reduce healthcare costs for millions. It's going to finally allow Medicare to negotiate pharmaceutical pricing for the first time in our lifetimes. It's going to reduce the cost for seniors, capping pharmaceuticals at $2,000 a year, capping the price of insulin at $35. It's also going to reduce the United States federal deficit by $300 billion.
But
so
what
it's
about
going to reduce
groceries?
Groceries, there's very little we can do until supply chains catch up.
And just quickly, you created quite a stir by saying that you believe that Joe Biden shouldn't run again. What kind of feedback have you gotten from your Democratic colleagues in Washington?
I've gotten some very mean-spirited responses from Democrats, very thoughtful responses from independents and Republicans. My convictions, I criticized my Republican colleagues for the last 5 years for their unwillingness to speak the truth about Donald Trump, all of whom knew it. So I'm saying my truth, which is Joe Biden, by the way, has done a fabulous job being a bridge. That was his promise, to be a voice of decency, integrity, competency, and he's done so. But I also believe it's time for some generational diversity. That's my conviction, and frankly, I don't care what people think.
Okay. All right. Congressman Dean Phillips from the 3rd Congressional District, thank you so much for joining us.